Hey guys, if you're enjoying this podcast and want to help us out, we are on Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/7lamb, the number 7, LAMB. You can donate as little as $1 a month, and it all goes to helping us create podcasts such as this one. We also have multiple tiers to choose from with tons of bonus content like scripts, extra podcasts, bloopers, talks with the cast, early releases, and bonus episodes of your favorite shows. Once again, that's patreon.com/7lamb, the number 7, LAMB. Thanks. Bueller.
No.
Bueller. We're celebrating Ferris today, right?
Ferris Wheels.
Oh, hey everyone. My name is Robert. That's Amber. This is Will There Be Cake? And today our holiday is not Valentine's Day.
Haha, tricked you.
We are not going to celebrate that romantic holiday that puts some people in the romantic mood and other people makes them super depressed.
Yeah, and it gives a lot of money to the people who created the holiday.
Yep, they love them making them cards and growing all them strawberries and candies and
flowers.
Chocolate. Yeah, but we're not celebrating Valentine's Day. We're celebrating Ferris Bueller?
No.
Ferris Wheel Day.
When I started researching this, that's the first thing that came up when I typed Ferris was Bueller.
Yeah, that was the first thing that came to mind. So a Ferris wheel, for those of you who don't know, is a wheel.
It's a wheel.
That looks like Ferris Bueller. No?
Nope.
Okay. It's a giant wheel that you sit in and it spins. And it was very popular back in the day at carnivals and stuff. They still have them everywhere.
People still ride them.
They still do them.
And it's. I feel like it goes along with Valentine's Day because if there is some kind of like festival or whatever the hell they're called today, and
yeah, couples go on it.
Yeah,
and they kiss at the top.
Yeah, it was like a tradition thing for like new couples to go and the Ferris wheel and make out
at the very top. Oh, no one can see us up here.
Even though people still can.
They can.
They're cool.
I went on a Ferris wheel with Nick one time. And we almost fell off.
Were you celebrating Valentine's Day yesterday?
No, we were
How
like...
do you almost fall off?
Because we were like 10 years old and the bar was like really high up, and every time that they would stop to let somebody off, it would like do the shake movement.
Oh, no.
And it would like move the cart, and we would slide. And I remember Nick like looking at me like panicked. And I was super light, so I was like, I'm hanging on to this bar. He's like, dude, why is it shaking so much? And he was like... We're like, oh my god! And we were at the very top when they stopped it, and then they like started to like unload people. So every time they went down just a little bit, it would start swinging wildly. And I remember us hanging on for dear life. That was scary.
That's hilarious.
But we were really tiny.
Guys.
We were really tiny.
Maybe they shouldn't have let you on it.
Yeah, I almost fell off of another ride when I was a kid too, at a fair, just because I was so skinny.
Maybe you shouldn't ride rides till you get in some weight.
Just got plumped up. Well, I'm plump now.
I think I almost fell out of the boat one at Busch Gardens. That they don't even have anymore, or it's closed down.
Tidal wave?
Yeah.
Is that what it was called?
No. The one where like it's the boat that goes up and then it goes back and forth.
Oh, Phoenix.
Phoenix, yeah.
They don't have that anymore?
No, I think it's still there, but it's closed.
It's the one that just like spins around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't fit in it.
That thing, I remember, it used to close so hard on people, like on their chests.
Yeah. That
like whenever, I swear, like almost every single time, if I was on the ride and there was like a girl on the ride, if she had any sort of chest, she would start screaming. And I remember one time there was like this lady who had like really big boobs, and they closed, and I was sitting next to her, like my dad was to my right and she was to my left. And I remember it starts closing, she's like, ow, it's not stopping, ow, 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 ow. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, that sucks.
Oh yeah, see,
I used to really
little
press
baby
down.
Boobs, and when I was a kid, I really had little baby boobs, so I almost slipped out of there.
Yeah, I mean, like when I was young, yeah, I used to almost slip out, but then later on, it did like pretty much push on your chest like pretty hard.
Yeah,
they didn't want you to fall out, like you, almost.
Like me, almost.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ferris Wheel Day.
Ferris wheel. So we're celebrating that instead.
Yeah. So I found some weird facts about Ferris Wheel Day. It was designed to honor this man that was the inventor of the Ferris wheel, and his name is George Washington Gale Ferris Jr.
Why do you have such a long name? And why George Washington?
I know.
That's
and
weird.
What's weird about it is tomorrow's President's Day, which we're going to talk about, which celebrates the death of George Washington. Doesn't
The
celebrate the
death
death.
celebrates him. When he
but-
died, everyone was into just cheering.
I think it was on President's Day, on the day that President's Day is. I don't know. Something to do with George Washington as a president. So,
Right.
we'll find out tomorrow. But yeah, so this it's to honor George Washington Gale Ferris Jr., who invented the Ferris wheel. So
it's an interesting concept. You just kind of ride in a circle.
Yeah.
Like up. It's like a vertical circle that just kind of keeps rotating.
Yeah, and there's some cool ones.
When's
like,
the last time you've been on one?
I went on the no, I don't remember.
Like an actual Ferris wheel.
I honestly don't.
I feel like the
remember.
only time I see a Ferris wheel now, like they don't really have them at theme parks. They have
Yeah.
like rides and stuff, but I think like just fairs.
I was like thinking that I rode one that I just looked at.
Wait, oh.
And I'm like, oh yeah, that.
I mean, I rode one at a fair, but that was probably like
Yeah, I think
12 years
I think
ago.
it's been a really long time since I rode one. It probably was at a fair, but there's that newer one in Orlando that's like really big.
Oh
It's
yeah, I
like
do want
called
to ride that one.
Orlando's Eye or whatever, and it like changes colors. It's pretty cool looking.
Wasn't it like it used to be Old Town or something like that? Isn't there one at Old Town?
It might have been where it
Okay.
used to be. I think there was one, and then they
'Cause that was
rebuilt.
where the bungee jumping and all that kind
Yeah,
of stuff
yeah,
is
yeah,
too.
yeah. I think that is what it's called.
Yeah. I remember I was never really fond of them. Like they were fine. I just never really.
Yeah, it's not that exciting. It's just
It
it's
was
cool to
cool
like
back
go
in
up
the
there,
day.
be in the sky, and to see like the city around you. If you're in city, like Canada has a Niagara sky wheel. You look down on Niagara Falls. That sounds awesome.
That's pretty cool.
London has one called the London Eye. It looks over London's Thames River.
Nice.
There is the Tianjin Eye Ferris wheel in China.
Okay.
Yep. So those are some of the famous ones.
Those are some big ones.
In case you didn't know.
The ones at the fairs always scared me because all rides at fairs scare
Yeah,
me now because they just
they just
build
put 'em
them
together.
really fast. It's not like they're like in there for a long time like Busch Gardens or Disney or something like that where they're just like built to last. It's like those are like
Nope, they're built to tear
I mean,
down
they're-
and
yeah, as
build
fast
back
as
up.
you can.
Yep.
Just
Yeah, it's pretty scary. I don't think I do want to ride one anytime soon. No, thank you. There's gonna be a fair at my mall. There was one like a few weeks ago, and now it's coming back. The guy came in.
Where do
and
they
gave
put
me
it?
some
In the parking
coupons.
lot?
In the parking lot, yeah.
damn.
And there was a Ferris wheel last time, so
Yeah, that's a,
maybe
like
I'll get the balls
a
to do
staple.
it. But
That's
I
a
don't want to
staple.
spend money.
You
So
have to
this
buy
guy,
a ticket.
I know, yeah. Maybe I'll be like, I'll give you a movie ticket.
There you go. Switch it out.
Nobody wants to go to movies right now.
That's true.
Anyway, George Washington Gale Ferris invented the Ferris wheel in 1893 when he was 33 years old. And he introduced his invention to the World's Columbian Exposition. Yeah.
Dang, 33. We're 33. We never invented anything.
I know, right?
All we do is talk about inventors.
Way to really bring down the mood, Robert.
Sorry.
So where he introduced or his invention was also known as the Chicago's World Fair, where people at the time were celebrating the 400th anniversary of Columbus's landing on the New World. And when they saw the Ferris wheel for the first time, they immediately saw it as the United States version of the Eiffel Tower. Weird. It was a 260 feet high with 36 cars encased with glass and locked doors and weighed a total of 26,000 pounds. And then after the exhibition, it ran from October 1863 until 1894 when it got taken down completely.
Oh, wow.
And then after it was dismantled, parts of it were used during World War I in making battleships, which is kind of crazy,
That's cool.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now Ferris wheels are everywhere.
They're all over.
They're all over. It's a good lover's date. So, I mean, you could celebrate
It is a way to
Valentine's
celebrate,
Day
yeah.
and Ferris wheel day at the same time.
If there's a Ferris wheel around where you are and you're looking for something to do with your significant other, I would say go on a Ferris wheel so that way you kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Celebrate both holidays because everybody's got to celebrate Ferris wheel day.
Exactly.
One day that's going to overtake Valentine's Day, I think.
Probably.
It might actually.
Probably not.
There's this disdain for Valentine's Day, I think. That's kind of formulating over the past couple of years. People getting upset.
Damn, you know what? This Ferris wheel man died when he was 37.
Oh, I don't want to be like him.
That's like 4 years after he didn't even get to see the Ferris wheel be big. He would be so proud today.
Damn.
Him and his dad died of typhoid fever.
God, see, and that's why I'm glad I was not born back then. So many dangers back then.
So many dangers. You could invent something totally cool and then die a year later, and what does it matter?
I mean, that's like we just started this podcast, and then 4 years later, it becomes a big hit, but we're dead. I don't want to do that. Now, I don't want to be like George Washington Ferris. I want to just keep doing what we do.
There's so much story. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this man. He spent $25,000 of his own money. He paid for safety studies, and then he obtained $600,000 more from investors, hired engineers, and making it a whopping $726,000 back then.
Wait, 726,000?
Wait, it was a colossal success at 26 stores. Oh, that's how much money it made.
Oh.
Not how much it costed. Sounds like it costed close to that, though.
Yeah. How do you make your money back on that?
I know, it doesn't sound like he made his money
charge?
back and
like
that's
50
it.
cents? There's no way you're charging more than like 50 cents to write it.
But apparently he struggled after the fair, and there was a bunch of lawsuits that bankrupt him, and his wife left him, and then he died.
Jesus.
Poor guy.
That
How romantic.
That brought it down.
Way to celebrate Valentine's Day. But at least he helped with World War I, yeah?
Yeah, I guess.
Unknowingly.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't know what's going on.
So,
dead.
I mean, it's Mr. Ferris Wheel's birthday, so we definitely have a cake.
Mr. Ferris Wheel.
Yep. And to celebrate, other than the cake, we ride a Ferris wheel or look up Ferris wheels or learn about Ferris wheels.
Are we doing like a chocolate cake or like
a Ferris wheel cake? I don't know what that is.
A round cake.
Yep.
I mean, I think it should be something that's like, I think a heart-shaped cake.
Yeah.
To celebrate Ferris wheels and
Valentine's
Day.
Yeah.
Or like just,
even if you don't have a significant other, for yourself.
Yeah.
And
just
to celebrate Mr. Ferris Wheel's birthday.
Yeah. Just
this
shove
is
cake
for
into
you.
your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck love. This is for you, Mr. Ferris Wheel. And your typhoid.
Sorry you couldn't be around to see just how great they were for a time. And how they kind of died out again.
Yeah. But people still love them.
I mean, they're still around and people still ride them. And, the big ones that overlook waterfalls and
that sounds awesome.
Downtown areas. They're cool.
If I was rich, that's how I celebrate. I go ride all the Ferris wheels.
If there's a Ferris wheel around here, we would ride one. But other than that, we can't really do it today.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that does it for this episode. It's a cake day, so go get some cakes, celebrate with your significant other, and have a good Ferris wheel / Valentine's Day. We will see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
This has been a 7 Lamb production.